When I was younger, I really wanted to try and beatbox.
Really?
Yeah, can you beatbox?
You know how to beatbox?
I can just make 2 sounds.
Yeah.
You know their Snoop Dogg song? It's 2 sounds. Boom. All right, welcome back, guys. Episode 2.
Of Cut to the Chase.
Cut to the chase. We're cutting to it. Hey, we made it through episode 1. That was good.
That was great.
I was pretty excited about episode 1 getting out. Episode 2, we're back today. We've got some cool things to talk about. But before we get into that, guys, if you did like episode 1 and you're back for episode 2, then welcome, first and foremost. You got me and Alfie.
Yep.
Hitting you up.
And if this is your first time, also welcome.
Also welcome. Welcome to everybody. If you are here, what should they do, Alfie?
Like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the above.
All the things.
Also rate us.
Yes, on Spotify.
Spotify, you can rate us.
All listener apps.
Yeah.
Rate us.
Yeah.
5 stars.
We love feedback.
We do. We appreciate the feedback. Hey, I tell you what, give us 5 stars, DM us the feedback.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, give us 2 stars. Give us the feedback. It'll go unread.
Yeah. I'm like, who's this punk? Delete. Nah, give us some honest feedback. No, we appreciate it. But hey, like I said, I think I said it at the end of the last ep. Like a like and a subscribe, a click of a button. I know like we are all burnt out from subscribe requests, but it means a lot to 2 dudes like us that are trying to podcast, right?
Yeah. 100%.
So if you're here for the second time, it means you're here for a reason. So you should have subscribed by now.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
Also, if you think that this could be beneficial for someone else, share it.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
share it around, share it on your stories, tag us in it.
Yeah.
We'd love to see how it helped you and hear your stories as well.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I was thinking about this actually during the week. We are like both of us like love people, right? And we're community-based people. You have the barbershop, I have the gym. We go to the same church. And as a community, not just you and I doing this podcast, how cool would it be if we got the plaque together as a community? It's not just you and I, like with this goal that we're trying to do, but actually a community of people that are like, just wanting some wholesome content on the internet instead of just crap all the time.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like we're not chasing, you know, like plaques and all of that. It's just an appreciation for
100%.
the people that have followed us on our journey, even before the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in our own industries and stuff, like our families, our friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends of friends, our clients.
That's right.
Like, you know, there's a huge appreciation to them.
That's right, yeah. So Lewis and Lilly, if you're watching, make sure you subscribed. Nice. Today we're talking about, that's my brother and sister.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna be like,
hey, fun fact, me, my brother and my sister all have the same initials, LDH. Mum used to call us the little dickheads. That's it, yeah.
Probably were being little dickheads.
LDH crew.
LDH.
Yeah, that's right. Jeez. Word up.
Wow, Mum.
Well, we today are going to speak about origins, right? So like our origin story. We're going to chat about where we're from, a little bit about what it was like growing up, how we met, all the things. But before we get into that, the most important part of today's podcast is look how well Pete is doing.
Let's go, Pete.
Come
Pete
on.
The Piss Lily.
Whoa. You put a bit of emphasis on that piece, bro. This is Pete the Peace Lily. If you're here for the first time, he's bringing peace, not other things. And he's thriving, mate.
I think it's the wine that we had before.
We did have a cheeky wine before this episode. He's thriving.
Hey, honestly, we got to do a time lapse of that last episode because Pete was coming to surface.
He did rise to attention from the moment we started to the moment we finished. He was a different man.
Dude was standing tall.
He was loving the content. But yeah, Pete's thriving, guys. Hey, if you're a green thumb and you got some advice for us and Pete, and if he can thrive any more than he's already thriving, then let us know.
Let us know. Give us, like, you know, comment in the comment section.
Yeah.
If you are a plant person, which I reckon everyone during COVID just became a plant person.
I didn't become a plant person, bro. I have one, I think it's called an ivy in my house.
Yeah.
And I got it given to me by a client. She was moving back to Italy or something like that. She's like, here's you literally can't kill this thing.
Yeah.
I won't water it for 3 months,
Yeah.
and the leaves will all wither, and then I water it, boom, things comes back to life. So it makes me feel
Those
like
are the sort of plants I need. Yeah.
bro, we used to have a garden at the old place where we lived at.
Yeah.
I don't know, you came around to my place sometimes, bro. I was not into gardening.
Was that a garden?
But it was a jungle, bro. It was a jungle.
Was that supposed to be a garden?
So yeah, so if you're a gardener, green thumb, and you want to give us some advice, then crack on in.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, shall we? We are going to start today's ep with a game. Got a game for us.
Let's go. Love a game.
Competitive.
We're not competitive at all.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. All right, it's like, word association game. So when you, say a word, associate the word, blah, blah, blah. Kind of like that, kind of not. All right? So basically, we're going to put 30 seconds on the timer.
Yeah.
We've got a topic. Between us, we're going to battle it out as to see how many words of that topic we think we could say off the top of the dome in 30 seconds. And if, you think you've got more than me, you'll say a higher number. And if I think that you're bluffing, I'm going to say prove it. You have to prove it.
All
right?
Yeah, good.
30 seconds will be... The first topic is going to be car brands. Car brands. I'm going to kick the what do you call that? The auction off with 10.
10 and 30 seconds.
Straight up. Yeah.
11.
Ooh. You took a long time to think about that. I'm going to go 12. You can't think, bro. Just...
Okay. Prove it.
Oh, damn. I thought you were going to go 13. All right. We'll prove it. Let's get the timer, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's get the timer. We'll put the timer in the middle. We'll also put a timer on the screen so you guys can see our timer. So we're not lying. All right.
Ready?
What did I say? How many?
You said 13.
Are you sure?
No, 12.
12. All right. 12.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, Mercedes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's
where was the go, bro?
Just go after one. Are you waiting for another number?
I was waiting for a go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So 4.
Huh?
Because go is like another second. You want 4? Oh,
I want 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, it's 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
All right. Let me zone in.
3, 2, 1, go.
Subaru, Volvo, Vauxhall, Mercedes, Ferrari, Bugatti, Skoda, Suzuki, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, Chrysler, Opel, Holden. Where am I at? That's 14, yeah?
Yeah.
Bro.
I think he said, look, yeah, you got it. But I think he said Honda twice.
Hyundai, Honda?
Yeah, you said Honda. Well, we'll check.
We'll check.
We'll check that. Good.
Yep. Good.
Yep. Good.
All right.
Wow.
13. All right. Next topic. Next topic we have is countries. Oh, bro. Countries. Man. I've got a confession. I think I'm good at countries.
Is that me or you?
What do you mean?
Doing the first bit or you doing the first bit?
Well, you can choose the number to start with.
Okay.
I think I'm good at countries until I watched the Olympics recently.
I'm good at countries.
Not good at countries. Like to Holly, I'm good at countries. Like I'll tell her all the time, oh yeah, babe, that's fried chicken stand. She'll believe me.
Yeah.
But I'm not good at
I don't
countries.
know if that says that your wife is gullible
or... Now, she just says yeah, and she knows I'm chatting crap.
Yeah. That's our wives. That's our wives. They're just, to shut the conversation.
She's like, yeah, quiet, move on.
Yeah.
All right, go on. You open the bidding. Hey, you can't think, G. 14.
Oh, sorry.
14?
14.
Prove it. 14. I'm not even asking.
Prove it, you reckon?
I'm going to go 3. Australia, New Zealand, England. All right. 14, you reckon?
Right. Where do you want me to go?
All right. Are we ready?
In 30 seconds.
30 seconds. That's like one every 2 seconds. No stumbling. All right. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. New Zealand, Australia, France, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile. What am I on?
I don't know, bro. I forgot. You're on like 20. You're in your own zone.
Oh,
sheesh. All right, that's 30 seconds. Bro, I felt you going through the continents. We were
Yeah,
like,
I was going.
Yeah.
I got lost at Iran and Afghanistan, and then I was like, I'll go to South America.
yeah.
And then I started climbing away.
You like rolled into like, I think you went Australia, New Zealand, England. Then you said all of the British, couple of like, you rolled to Turkey.
Yeah.
And after Turkey, you rolled to Middle East.
Yeah, I
liked
went to
it.
Middle East because I was gonna go to Europe.
Yeah.
I just forgot all of
Just
them.
forgot. All right, that was impressive. That was impressive.
You know?
All right, this one's a bit ambiguous because we come from different cultures, but we'll just trust each other. Kids TV shows. I'm gonna open the bidding with 6.
7.
Oh, you know what? 9.
9.
9.
Yep. Wait. Are these like international ones or just the ones in your town?
Just be like,
Wallace and Gromit doesn't count.
yeah, I reckon we'll hopefully they're well known,
Yeah.
but if not, all goods.
All goods. Yeah.
We'll
Fact check it.
fact
Right, so
check.
9, prove it.
9 proof. Oh damn. Shush. Okay, let's go. All right,
Okay. Oh, do you want to
go.
go to me?
9.
Ready?
You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Recess, SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly Odd Parents, Johnny Bravo, Scooby Doo, Tracy Beaker, Goosebumps, Little Bill, Blue's Clues.
Oh, nice.
Bro, that's
Got
it.
it.
Yo,
Got it.
do you know those ones?
Yeah. I don't know the other one. Your 7th one.
Tracy Beaker.
Yeah.
Bro, the best kids TV
And
show.
what's the other one that you said?
Blue's Clues?
No. Before Tracy Beaker.
Oh, I'm not sure. We'll have to check. Yeah. Recess, Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recess was a banger. Hey. Recess was a banger. Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, Johnny Bravo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Tracy Beaker, bro, the best. It was
Is it
like
English?
Yeah. Bit weird actually when you think about it as an adult, but basically it was a kid who was in a children's home because her mum had like abandoned her and she just had troubles and she like always fought for her mum's attention and sometimes her mum would come to the children's home and like take her out and sometimes she wouldn't. But it was sick.
Do you know what TV show this is from?
Inspector Gadget?
No.
Oh. Is it like Mission Impossible? Kind of. Oh, I can picture it. Oh, what is it? It's not G.I. Joe, is it?
Nope.
No, that's going to annoy me, bro. What is it? Bro, I can picture it.
Is it green?
Oh, you're going to have to tell me. That's going to annoy me. Kim Possible. Dude, that was a TV show.
I thought you were going to get it.
Dude, that was a TV show.
Wait, that became a famous like sound for your phone. For text
messages. Yeah. Texting.
You just heard it and it was like, oh, hey.
Oh, Scooby Doo. I think I said Scooby Doo in there. Scooby Doo was a good one.
Yep.
Yeah. Little Bill. Did I say Little Bill?
Little Bill. I don't know what that one is.
It was a TV show about like little like African
Little
kid.
Bill?
Yeah, he's called Bill.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was just a banger of a TV. It was on Nickelodeon Jr.
Yeah, no, we didn't have that.
Yeah. We had the dodgy box.
Oh,
yeah,
we didn't know that.
Hey, actually, speaking of TV shows, did you see recently Cartoon Network closed down?
Really?
Officially closed down. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
CN.
Yeah, man.
Gone.
I used to like Cartoon. Remember Ed, and Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. And the Plank. Yeah, Cartoon Network was badass.
They had that little brother. Wait, was it that show?
Was Ed, and Eddie the one? I'm not sure, bro.
They're the idiots.
Okay.
Ed and Eddie, yeah.
Who was the one that had the bar around their face?
One of them.
Was one of them? Hey, that was that show. Yeah. Bro, I miss it. Recently,
I was talking about. Do you remember that TV show with the RV, the family that would be in Africa?
Yeah, and the dad was an explorer.
Yeah.
What was that called?
And that kid, the little brother was like.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, I remember.
That one was good.
Yeah.
I think the show was called like the name of the family.
Okay.
Like the Montgomerys or something.
Right.
Yeah, I made that up.
There was nothing better than like a Saturday morning just grabbing a bowl of cereal and watching kids' TV.
Mine was like risking it all. Talking about origins today, my one was like, risking it all for after school. Just that like 40 minutes of like Dragon Ball Z after school. But I knew my dad was like, hey, no TV after school.
Oh, true.
Oh, bro, there's no TV after school.
Damn.
But my old man would finish work at 4:30.
Yeah.
He'll get home at 4:30 and what do you call it? Dragon Ball Z's on at 3:30. So there was like, we were cutting it.
Quick time.
Especially when a spirit bomb takes about 2 days to be thrown, bro. I was like,
I remember a distinctive memory of like cartoon shows with my dad. I used to feel sorry for him because one time, it's weird how I remember this, right? Literally only happened one time. Me and my bro were upstairs and he called us down and he was like, hey boys, Pokemon's on. And I was like, hey, Dad, you mean Pokemon? And he's like, yeah, boys, Pokemon's on. Come down and watch it. And I remember saying to my brother, and be like, oh, I feel sorry for Dad. He can't say it.
Why can't he say it?
I don't know, just like Pokemon or Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, in my little child brain, I was like, oh, I feel sorry for him.
What's your dad doing calling you guys down to watch Pokemon?
I reckon he was just trying to like let us know Pokemon's on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a cool dad.
He was just being a dad.
Bro, my dad was never calling. It was more like, hey, go mow the lawns.
Yeah. Get your ass outside, boy.
What you doing watching TV?
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, we'll find out about that with the origin.
Good game.
Cool. All right.
So, talk at the shop.
Yes.
One of our segments on the podcast.
Yep. Last week we talked Netflix. It got deep.
Got deep, bro. Real deep.
Netflix got deep last week.
Pause.
What we at?
Talk at the shop this week has been the whole Donald Trump and Kamala Harris saga.
Yep.
So if you guys don't know that there's an election, United States election coming up in November, I think it is.
I reckon it is. Yeah.
But I don't know too much about it. Do you like?
Nah, man. Like American politics, I just see the memes.
Yeah.
I don't actually know too much 100%. About it at all.
Yeah, so that's like it's actually been pretty crazy. Like in the shop, hearing people's perspectives. I also have a lot of Americans.
Yeah,
that come through the shop, and then just hearing their perspective on it as well. It's pretty amazing.
What is it like? Do they like him?
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Honestly, like people are leaning more towards, from what I've heard and seen, people are leaning more towards him now. Like they've just seen everything, Like we would know, right? We went through COVID. In Australia and in Melbourne. We went through COVID in Melbourne.
Don't tell me about that.
Right? And we went through that whole time with what's his name? Dan Andrews.
Yeah.
And like we don't really like talking politics, but like after COVID, they had another election.
Yeah.
And so the other party this is from the barbershop talk. The other party was like, oh, we got this. Everyone hates Dan Andrews. Like, it's a piece of cake. Walk in the park. Man. And then,
baffled, bro.
And then what happens?
My man gets elected, and I was like, hey.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Hey.
So it's crazy, right? So what I got out of it, right, was at the end of the day, if you assume that you're going to win and not put in the work.
Yeah, facts. Okay.
Then,
yep.
What do you expect, At least Dan went and did the work. I'm not a fan of both, like either or, Bro, we both can't vote in Australia as well, so doesn't really. Who cares about what we have to say?
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I looked at it outside, looking in. I was just like, nah, like I can see one dude, putting in the work and going to like talk to people, and then you have the other guy who's sitting there sipping champagne,
thinking he's got it.
Yeah,
bro. I mean. People were talking smack about that situation, and then when he got voted in, I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but fair play to the dude, because he obviously did something right.
Yeah, 100%.
His campaign worked.
I think, like, my take on it was we saw what he can do, and we saw what he has done, and everyone was just like, I'd rather that than the other guy, than what the other guy's doing.
Which is interesting, because I think there's similar chats like around the US thing, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
again,
what I think.
I don't really know too much about it, so I wouldn't give this isn't my political opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's like, what's the lesser of the worse?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
It's like when you are picking for a team at school, and it's like, really, both you dudes suck, but I'm just going to choose you because you're like a little bit better.
Is that when you're choosing?
Yeah, because I got chose first. Yeah. Actually, I was captain.
Yeah, I was going to be like...
Bro, that would never happen to me at all. Didn't do therapy for that at all.
Yeah, I was always the first one to be chosen. Yeah, life was tough.
First, your last, shake and bake, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been the talk of the shop.
Interesting. So people are chatting about. I think, look, the guy's an interesting guy. That's 100%. What I will say. That spray tan is in itself is interesting.
Yeah.
Those teeth, that hair, interesting. Dude can do business.
But have you seen the tans and the teeth that people have got these days on Instagram and all of that? And the hairlines.
Bro. Those turkey hairlines?
Bruh.
I saw something on
Top
Instagram.
notch.
I saw something on Instagram the other day. Dude got kicked off a plane because he went to got the old turkey hairline and he was bleeding. Like the thing was bleeding still.
Yeah.
And they kicked him off the plane. Said,
well, it's a hazard, right?
It is pretty gross.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be up in pressure.
Oh,
if it's bleeding when you haven't taken off.
Sheesh.
Hey, imagine when you're in the air.
Damn.
Bruh.
Savage.
Wouldn't want to sit next to that guy.
Nah. Sure. So that's what people have been talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's been interesting.
We'll see what happens. See what I reckon. I reckon he'll win it.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll win it. But especially, we won't go into it too much, but especially after everything that went on last month with the whole assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Like, I'm neutral, but someone shooting at you and then you putting your hand in the air, that's pretty badass.
That pic,
That's a pic that will go down in history.
That picture. Oh.
Bro, he's got blood in his face and stuff. Like, yeah, think what you want. But if that's your response to someone trying to kill you,
bro, straight up.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. If that's your response, and then, to come out and like give a speech, like, later on, and to honor the person that actually died that day, that got caught in the crossfire. Pretty crazy. Like, it's
100%
honorable moment. Like, I get we won't get too much into that. But that's been the talk of the shop.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. Good. All right, let's we'll kick into our next bit then, which was the whole topic of today's podcast, which is our origin stories.
Yeah.
I reckon last week we chatted a little bit about like who we were, favorite movie, where we're from, stuff like that. This episode, it's basically an extended pilot episode, really.
Yeah.
We're just going to go deeper into like, who we are, where we've been. Yeah, like how we know each other.
Yeah.
So
we had a few questions there that we're just going to ask each other.
100%, bro. Yeah. So my first question to you is, what was it like growing up in your city? So you're from Auckland, right?
Yep.
So what was it like in Auckland growing up?
Oh, man, I grew up in Auckland was pretty awesome, actually. I lived in a small town called Mangere.
Huh?
Mangere. Yeah, Mangere.
Nice.
Which is right near the airport in Auckland. It was honestly, it was great growing up there. Like, so me growing up, my main sport was boxing.
Yep.
And so I boxed from when I was about like 9 years old. Me and my brother boxed, found our gym in Mangere Bridge. And growing up as a boxer, like it pretty much sheltered me from so much.
Yeah, right.
Because I took a sport serious, and I don't know if like some other people out there are in the same situation. When you take a sport serious, like you don't have time
bro,
for many things. Like we were training like 4 times a week, and that's in between school, as well.
Yeah.
And so, and then that's not even including your school sports.
Yeah.
So I would play rugby for school as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up was awesome. Like my parents or my siblings.
Nice.
It was great. Like I've got 5 siblings.
Yo.
And
where are you in the pecking order?
I'm middle.
Middle.
Yeah.
Like middle.
Yeah,
2 older, 2 younger.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. So yeah, I got two older siblings and 2 younger. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, like a bit decent family. Like it was pretty tough, like growing up in Auckland because there was a lot of crime back then.
Yeah. Okay.
The crime wasn't it wasn't bad crime in terms of like robberies and all of that. It was more like gang affiliations.
Yeah, right.
There was all around us. Like gangs was big back when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And so it was very territorial.
Yeah,
where I grew up. There are other suburbs that are a bit a bit worse than ours, but all in all, like, you know, I box, so like, again, sheltered me from a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go to training and go home,
Yeah.
eat, do homework, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, like, it was pretty cool.
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah,
How about yourself?
Yeah. So I grew up in Preston, as we spoke last week. What was it like growing? I reckon, bro, it sounds pretty similar. Like, nice neighborhood. Like, we lived in like the nicer of the bad neighborhood. We were in like the nicer area.
I think us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the neighborhood wasn't amazing, but we were in the nice side.
Yeah.
There was nicer sides, which we were nowhere near.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I reckon growing up, what was it like growing up? Like similar things. Like school, I loved school, bro. School was like my jam. I love like just meeting people, hanging out with people and stuff like that. Yeah, I think like a lot of the biggest thing that I think about when I think about my childhood was like how my parents did such a good job with what they had. Like we never went without as kids, but we never had a lot. Like, but we had everything we needed.
Yeah.
Like we had the footy boots at like summer to play on the field. Like, you know, we'd go to the sports shop, get a new pair of boots. Like they wouldn't be the best ones, but we get a new pair of boots, some gloves, new ball. Like those things that you want as a kid. Like I just want to play football, right? With my brother. And then, yeah, we just had everything we needed kind of thing. School was good. Like we had that thing with like random little territories and gangs and stuff. And I was the kind of kid that like floated between groups. So like I was part of like the, what would you even call them? Like the indie kids, you know, like the side fringe kids that skated and stuff like that.
Because tonight will be the night.
Yeah. I'd hang out with those guys because they were just good people.
Yeah.
And I got into BMXing and then, but then I'd also like, I'd know the boys kind of thing on that side. And I'd be
cool kids.
Yeah, I'd be the guy that like floats between the two. Depending on like what I was feeling, I was either rolling out in skinny jeans or I was all blacked out with a belly on.
Yeah.
Like I was just that guy sharing around with people. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. Worked early.
Yeah.
Like got a paper round, got a milk round, worked in the bottle shop. But I loved it.
Those are the days.
Yeah, man. Yeah. School was good though. School would honestly, like, as a teenager, flipping loved school, man.
Right.
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved school as well. It was one of those things that I wanted to go to school.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like, and it's funny, like, because I cut a lot of kids as well. And, you know, how's school, man? It's like, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll be like, man, like, I can't wait to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I had such good friends.
Yeah.
Like me and my friends, if they're watching this as well, HBB boys, let's go. Like we're still friends to this day, and there's a decent group of us that are still friends, and can't say that much with like most people.
Yeah.
Like, most people can't say that. Like
I don't reckon I've got any friends from high school too much like that I would be like in with anymore.
Yeah. See, like whereas me and my boys from back home. Like we're chatting almost every day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're constantly sending each other messages. We got a chat.
Yeah.
I think the chat is like the big one for us. One of our boys plays professional rugby.
Right.
And so like that sort of like keeps us in the loop as well.
For sure.
It's school, man.
Good,
like love school.
Again, like just love the people. I loved like being mischievous, like just messing around.
Yeah.
Did
you like teachers?
I was,
you like teachers?
Yeah, I reckon teachers were like, I don't know, teachers liked me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I was a bit cheeky, but I never got like told off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't like teachers.
Did you not?
Nah. I don't think. I think, I didn't like teachers because I wasn't a little bit mischievous. I was a lot.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even like a naughty kid. I was just a kid that talked a lot.
Yeah.
And that was the thing in my report card to my parents, you know, to mum. So Alfie's like, you know, so good. He's such a smart kid.
Yeah.
But
if he stopped talking.
Yeah, if he just like stopped talking or he's a bit of a distraction in class.
Yeah.
Just a class clown, man. Like, you know, I think that's why I do barbering.
Yeah.
You know,
make people laugh and stuff like that. It's so good.
Yeah, like, you know, Yeah, 100%.
I became head boy when I was in year 11. So like head boy is like you voted for it, and I became head boy. It was
so you're a head prefect.
Head prefect, yeah. I was like fighting for a common room. I wanted like a place for the year 11 prefects to hang out and like.
Oh, you're a leader.
Yeah, dude. My thing in like year 10 and 11 was how many badges can I get on my blazer, right?
Yeah.
And I would just be like,
you're that kid.
Sports captain, school counselor, head boy, bus prefect. This was the best move I made. I was a businessman, right? So I was like, right. I was making money at school from selling chocolate first up, chocolate and cans out my bag, making cash. And then I was like, it's costing me money to get the bus to school because mum's giving me money, but that's bank. I want to make some money. Became a bus prefect. They gave me a free bus pass. And every month I was meant to do a report of the behavior of people on the bus.
Snitch.
Bro, I just got a free bus pass. I never submitted one report. That was cool.
Bro, that's smart.
Yeah, man. I loved stuff like that. Yeah,
that hustle culture, eh? Yeah.
Became head boy. Just be everyone's friend. Just go like that.
That's sick.
Steal some chocolate from the canteen every now and again.
Yeah, and then sell it for double the price.
100%. You got to make bank, man. You're 11 years old.
Yeah.
That's it. Or 12. All right. So that's that. What about, how did you end up in Melbourne?
I ended up in Melbourne. So I came to watch my brother fight.
Yeah.
He had a boxing match. This was a match that he just took at last minute. But it was also my niece's 5th birthday. So I came over to...
cool.
Yeah, I came over to celebrate her birthday and watch my brother fight. I remember after the fight and all of that, me and my cousin, we went out to the city. We were going to go out.
Yeah.
And so we drive out to the city, and I'm standing there in the middle of the city, and I'm standing on Swanson Street down Chinatown. And I'm just looking at the city, man, and I'm standing there, and I thought to myself, I think this is where I'm going to spend the next part of my life.
Yeah.
You know,
that's cool.
And I said to my cousin, I was like, I think I'm going to move to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like I can just visualize, I can see my life happening here in Melbourne. And so I had only been dating Chaise probably 8 months.
Yeah.
By then, or like a little bit less or longer. So I flew back home, flew back to Wellington, told Chaise that I'm thinking of moving to Melbourne. Like, I might move in the new year. This is August.
Right.
His baby's birthday is 14th, yeah. So that was in August. And bro, like, she was like, okay, like, cool. And so I didn't really register that, like, I'm moving to Melbourne.
Yeah.
I'm dating this
me
girl.
or a we thing?
Yeah, well, my one was a me thing.
Yeah, right.
I'm moving, you know? And so, I told her. And then I think it was like only a few months later, she said that she was applying for jobs in Melbourne. And I was like, so
it's a we thing.
So it's a we thing, yeah. Okay, men them don't go. I was like, sweet, we're going. And bro, honestly, she got a job before me.
Wow.
So like
cool.
she applied for a job, did an interview. I remember it, like did her interview, she got the job. She was starting in Feb. The year after.
Yeah.
And it just all got real for me. And I was just like, okay, I guess we're going, yeah. And like, so when we decided, she got the job, I came over in Feb with her, dropped her off. I went back because I had worked one more month. And then, I worked one more month of the whole month of Feb. And then I moved in March.
True.
Yeah, and
big moves.
Yeah, I had saved up a bit of money to like have 2 weeks off. Like,
Yeah.
But then, bro, I got sick of it after like 4 days.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't stay home. Like, I need to go. I need to go work.
Especially if Chaise was working, you just sat at home doing like, what do I do?
Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
And so, I ended up getting a job, and then,
Cool.
That's how we ended up.
Yeah, sick.
In Melbourne.
That's cool.
How about you? It's a far away from home, bro.
It is a far way, bro. Holly and I got married in, let me get this right, 2015. We'll be married 10 years next year. We got married in 2015, and we were like, what do we do now? We're 20 years old, right? We got married young. 20 years old, like society says, buy a house, get a car and finance, have kids.
Did you guys have the England dream? or the English dream?
Nah, bro.
No, that's just a...
A 2 up, 2 down, BMW on the driveway, on finance, paying off a mortgage with 2 kids.
Damn.
Nah, it's not my jam, man.
No.
It's just not who I am. Not who Holly is too, luckily.
Yeah.
And so we were like, all right, let's just go on an adventure. Like, no plans. We'll just do 2 years of like backpacking.
Yep.
And then just see what goes on. And if we come back, we come back. If we don't, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
Our first plan was to go to Canada, but then the visa thing was a bit weird. So we applied, we came to Australia, and then we did like backpacking far north, Queensland, did banana farming for a little bit. That was amazing. Then we worked our way all the way down the East Coast, stayed in Brisbane for a while, did some cashies there. And then we were flying home for a wedding from Melbourne.
Yeah.
And the whole time that we'd been backpackers, everyone was like, gotta go Melbourne, gotta go Melbourne. And I was like, no, I'm not going Melbourne. Everyone's saying go Melbourne. Like, and honestly, like the people that we are, like super sporty and active and stuff like that, I was like, I don't want to go Melbourne, man. I want to be in Queensland. Like,
Yeah.
Like I want to be in the sun, and I want to be like. Anyway, we flew out of Melbourne for this wedding in England. Came back, and I was competing in Melbourne in a CrossFit comp.
Yeah.
And so I was like, right, we're gonna stay around for a couple of weeks. And I was like, oh, I like this. Similar thing. I was in the city. I was like, oh, that's pretty good,
Yeah.
Holly and I were like walking around. And then I was like, oh, well, let's see what CrossFit gyms are around. Because we had a goal of like, trying to make it to the CrossFit Games and stuff. Found out that there was like some really good gyms in the area. And then we're like, all right, we'll just stay. We'll just stay and see what happens and pursue this goal in CrossFit. And that's what we did. And then we never went home.
Crazy.
That's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Never went home.
It's so crazy that we both had those moments.
Yeah.
I feel like some cities just give that to you, where you rock up to a city and you look at it and you're like, I could do this.
Yeah.
This seems like my vibe, and it seems like I could
100%.
spend the next part of my life here.
Yeah. Like we were in Brisbane and I was like, Brisbane's good, but there's just something about it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's good, but I'm not a farmer, or it's good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what I mean? And when we came to Melbourne, I was just like, right, it's just well connected, lots of opportunities. And even still to this day, because I live in the western suburbs, I'll drive over the West Gate, like on the way to work in the morning. It's like 6 a.m, sun's rising. I'm like, it's a pretty freaking cool place to live, man.
100%. I'm the same.
It's like something from a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we do our walks every morning, like me and Chaise, and we started the walks in winter.
Yeah.
And so in winter, we're seeing the sunrise.
Yeah.
We're seeing the end of it, the start of it. And those are just, like, we sit there in the waterfront, and we just think to ourselves, man, the city's amazing.
Yeah.
Because where we see the sunrise in the morning, living here in the west, you see it rise behind the city, behind the Westgate as well.
Yeah.
There's no better
like
view, bro.
Water, skyscrape.
There's the river, there's the skyscrape, there's the bridge.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, Melbourne is good.
Melbourne's good.
So then obviously we met in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
So we met during COVID.
Oh, bro, yeah.
It was during COVID. I was thinking about this before. Yeah, it was during COVID. We met on a Zoom call for church.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we went into a Connect group.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think there was like 20 of us, right? There was like different couples and professionals and we would all just come and hang out.
Such a cool time. Especially coming out of COVID where like we were all on lockdown and we didn't really get to see people. And it's also like our first times meeting each other in person.
Yeah.
And I remember...
Interesting.
Yeah, bro. Interesting. Interesting because I remember when one of the guys was introducing us, saying that you got to meet this couple. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, they do CrossFit. And I was like...
I hate that's how we get introduced.
Bro,
guys that do CrossFit. Oh.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, they do CrossFit. It's like, okay, they're fit as.
Everyone instantly judges you.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping to see like Arnold like come out. Or, sorry, a more appropriate person, Rich Froning.
Hey. Oh, bro, what are you saying about this physique?
That's what I was expecting. That's what I got. I got Rich Froning Jr.
Oh, it's okay, bro. It's okay. I'll cry after the episode. Hey, it's true. Yeah, it was interesting because we'd met so many people online.
Yeah.
And then meeting them in person, like, this is gonna sound weird right? But I've never done online dating. But it's like that. I was like, I've met these people and I know these people online.
Yeah.
but now I got to meet them in person, and it felt weird. It's like I didn't quite know them.
Yeah, because you can mute your mic and your screen
100%, bro.
on Zoom, you know? 100%. You can just mute it and be like, bro, this guy's a total douche.
Who's this guy?
Who is this guy? Well, you can't mute anything in person.
Just internal dialogue. Yeah, so that's how we met. And then from there, like, yeah, obviously we attended church together for a while.
Yeah.
Then
Then
I became your trainer.
you became a trainer.
Yeah.
I remember because that was when Holly went to the CrossFit Games.
True,
Yeah.
2021.
So you guys had like
yeah,
planned your goal.
yeah.
You guys, that came to
Achieved
life.
it, 100%.
And achieved it.
Yeah.
That was cool. Then right in the middle of that, like, yeah, is when I asked you, like, you know,
Yeah.
to train me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that was the greatest decision.
Grew from
One of the
there,
best
right?
decisions I've done in my life.
Let's go, bro. That's good. You smashed it, bro. Like, yeah, we won't get into that too much, but what were you, like 180?
Am I my highest?
Yeah, when I started
I
training
was 206.
Jeez.
206, 206, 208.
Yeah.
Yeah, at my heaviest.
Let's
like,
go.
Post-COVID.
I remember saying to you, like, this is going to be a slow journey, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not in it for a quick fix.
Yeah,
Like, slow journey, all about habits and changing your life. Like, this is it forever.
yeah.
And you've
100%.
done that, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
It's-
Like, you've done amazing.
It's been a journey, eh? Like, I think we spoke a little bit on it last week on the pod, that like enjoying the journey is far more better than enjoying the end product.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, at the end product, it should be like just taking it in, like, you know,
Embracing it.
yeah, you know, just living in it, but like enjoying going to the gym every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Enjoy. I remember when we were training, you had the home rig.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were training from home. It was just
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the garage. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it was.
And
yeah.
I remember Chaise would say to me like, yeah, I like this, that we just train here because we're comfortable, no one's there.
I remember.
And we were, because I didn't want to go to a gym anymore.
I remember.
Because I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
No one's judging me. No one's like, you know, looking at my reps. No one's watching me. But then when you guys started moving to the gym, and then you started to like encourage us, hey, like, let's train at the gym now.
Yeah.
Still doing PT,
Yeah.
but training at the
Training
gym.
at the gym. Yeah, yeah.
And I remember just like, just falling in love with like the environment.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
the
that's
gym.
cool.
And I felt that love again for the gym.
Yeah.
Because I had lost it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I had lost
sure.
it because, you know, like when you start getting bigger or you start like, you know, relaxing on a lot of things, you start to build these pictures in your head of what it looks like now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, it's just a bunch of roided people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
You know, everyone's just looking in the mirror. But it's like,
I haven't got a single mirror in my gym apart from the bathrooms.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
And to me, it was just an excuse for me not to go.
Yeah.
Like, I kept building this like fake version of the gym.
Yeah.
That sometimes it exists, but most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And not at like, you know, at our gym, like, you know, at CrossFit Southwharf. Like, it's just family.
Yeah, exactly right. It's a community. And I remember like having that conversation with Holly and being like, these guys will really benefit from being part of our community.
Yeah.
But like I know that it's too quick. Like, let's not push them into a class or anything like that. Let's just get them through the door, like, and just hang out with us in that environment, and then see what goes from there. Yeah, and I was pleased the first day we did our session in the gym. I was like, this is good.
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of people would ask us, "Oh, where do you train?" And I'll say, "Oh, CrossFit Southwharf."
Yeah,
and they're like, "Southwharf, like over the bridge."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah," like, and they're like, "Why would you train there?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, I love the community.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I love the community. There's so many gyms around here. And look, I could go there, but obviously we have a personal relationship with you guys. But also what you've built at CrossFit Southwharf is just amazing.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
And it's cool that we get to be a part of it, you know, and we've watched your journey.
Yeah, for sure.
That's also what motivates us, you know, that like you guys are doing so well with your journey that we want to jump on and like encourage you and be on board with whatever you guys are doing. I think that's what friends do, right?
100, bro. That's sick. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. It's like I feel that support as well. Like mutually, you've got your business too, and like just you just want the other person to succeed, right? That's what friends do. Like you want the other person to succeed. So I appreciate that, bro. That's sick. So obviously, like we've talked about the gym and stuff like that. But last week we shared that my career is like I'm a therapist and wanting to build that side of my career, and you're a barber.
Yeah.
But how did you end up in barbering?
I ended up in barbering just from cutting like my family's hair, like my family members, like, you know, I would, my brother for years.
Okay.
You know, so my brother, for everyone out there, like, you know, that's getting a haircut from me or I've cut your hair before, you got to thank my brother for it.
Really?
Because it was my brother who took the L's, you know?
Right.
They took the L's for everyone.
He took the bad fades.
Yeah.
Okay.
He took he was that guy that I just practiced on all
cool.
the time.
Yeah, you need that,
know?
people.
And like my brother a few weeks ago even said to me, like, you know, like he's so inspired that he watched me from cutting in the garage to now owning my own shop.
Yeah, that's
and,
cool.
You know, and to me, like, no one knows how hard it is to get here than that guy.
Yeah.
You know, because he's seen me the whole way.
Watched all the hours.
I even moved to Melbourne, you know,
Yeah.
and he saw me work hard in Melbourne.
Yeah.
He saw me in Wellington
Yeah.
as well, you know. And so, yeah, I got into barbering because I had this passion for making people look and feel good. And it didn't get to me. It didn't hit me until I moved to Wellington, and I started cutting hair for money.
Yeah.
You know, like, and this is $10 a haircut.
Yeah,
and this
right.
is in someone's bathroom.
Jeez.
You know, and this is, I used to do this every few Fridays. I would go to a house, the boys' apartment, and it was called the Wayne Manor. And so I would go and I'll just cut hair the whole night. So I would start about...
People would come to the house to get their hair cut.
So
That's cool.
So at 6 o'clock, I'll get to the house. So I finished work at 5.
Yeah.
6 o'clock. No, I was studying. So I'll just go there at about 6 o'clock and I'll just start cutting. Sometimes I'll go to like 11, 12. Like, you know, and they're just like paying me like $10 a haircut.
That's cool, man.
And that was cool, you know, and that's where I eventually met one of the boys who said to me, my barber's looking for a worker. And I was like, bro, I've never worked in a shop. I've only, like, you know, gone in and swept the floors and cleaned mirrors and stuff, but I've never worked in a shop. Why would he hire me? And he's like, oh, no, just go do a trial.
Yeah, cool.
We linked up a trial, did my trial. Next day, I went and worked a day just to, like, you know, this is after a trial. And then pretty much the Saturday was my first day.
Wow.
So that was Thursday trial, Friday went in.
Cool, man.
Saturday was my first day. Bro, Saturday was my first day. We start at 9, right? I rock up 8:30. And I'm keen, I'm down.
Eager, yeah.
I'm eager.
Good.
Get a text message from my boss. Yo, I'm not coming in today.
Oh, bro.
You're on your own.
Thrown in the deep end.
Bro, sink or swim. Legit sink or swim.
Is it? And
this is my first.
This is walk-ins, yeah?
This is Saturdays is walk-ins too.
Sheesh.
And so Saturdays is walk-ins, and bro, the shop that we had in Wellington, because Saturdays, Monday to Friday was bookings.
Yep.
Saturday was the only day for walk-ins.
Right.
Dude, when I get there at 8:30, there's like 10 dudes waiting outside.
Oh, bro.
And I get that message as I'm walking down the laneway to get to the shop. And
Turn around.
I had 5 seconds to be like,
Sheesh.
you go home now.
How good?
You go home now, or you freaking sink, bro. Or you
Send
swim.
it.
I remember, like, you know, man, I had one of the busiest days. Oh, it was crazy. And I just went for it.
Yeah.
I went for gold. And I remember my sister walking in at the end. I think it was my last client. And she walks in and she looks and she's like, oh, like, you know, you're finishing. I was like, yeah, I'm just doing my last client. And then she's like, man, do you not know how to sweep the floor? Bro, I had done all of these haircuts and left all the hair on the ground.
Did you?
Bro, the floor. And then I looked around and I was like, oh, crap. Like, bro, I was just like, you know.
Just piles, right.
And I don't know, like, I didn't know barbershop etiquette. I didn't know, like, you know, what to do in the barbershop. Dude just left me there.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, like that was my initial.
It's a good first day.
Yeah, it was a good first day. And that was my sort of introduction to the barber world.
Yeah.
But also it was a sign of like sink or swim.
Yeah.
And I swam.
Yeah.
And I haven't stopped. So
back yourself.
yeah, I backed myself from that day. And I've just taken that into everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everything I do is just like back yourself.
100%, bro. I think it's important that you do that.
100%.
Yeah. And like you say, if you sink cool. There's only like lessons to be learned from that.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
How about
So
you?
that's sick. Yeah. So like therapy specifically, how did I get into that? So
Yeah.
I like way back in 2013, 14, I was like mentoring some young people when I was, just like I was doing some like youth work, and I was mentoring these boys. Such an awesome group of like young guys. And there was one dude in that group, just like needed a bit more attention, like had some things going on at home, like had some things going on at school. And I was like there to help him, but like would like go into school and like chat to the social workers and stuff like that at school, and like, kick a ball and stuff like that. And I just loved being able to help people and not feel like I do this as a therapist still to this day. Like, don't make it feel like some sort of like medical health kind of like thing. I was like, bro, I'm just here to get alongside you as like someone who's a little bit further down the track in this scenario. And we'll kick a football. Like, it doesn't need to be like this real, serious thing. And anyway, like the guy made some massive like improvements in just like, what he was going through and stuff like that. And it felt so like good. You know what I mean? Like that I'd had a small part to play in like that guy's success. And then since then, like just loved like helping people. That was like the goal. Whatever I do, I wanted to like help people achieve whatever goal it was. And so that turned into like personal training and stuff like that. But then you might experience this in the shop. Like you'd have clients share stuff and you'd be like, I don't know what to do with this information.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
I've had that.
Dudes going through divorces, or like, women going through like various different things, like career challenges or whatever. And you're just like sometimes I felt like ill-equipped. So I was like, I'm going to try like alongside my personal training business, I'm going to try counseling and like see if I can brush up on some mental health skills just to help these people, or like know what to say in those times. And then, that just developed into like studied my degree in psychotherapy, and then grew from there. And I love it. I just love like helping people. And obviously there is male therapists out there, and but like, I want to be who I am as a therapist, which is someone who's passionate about like sport, young person, like, active, kind of like I am who I am in my own skin. I'm very confident. And that's the way I like to do therapy. It's not like, sit down. So Alfie, tell me how are your feelings today? Sometimes that's appropriate, but like for me, I've got clients that we do like eco psychotherapy. We've been for walks, and like we're talking about nature and how that relates to them as people. I've got people that I see in the gym, and we're talking about like exposure and all of those different kinds of things. So
we did that in COVID,
What's that?
with one of the boys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. True.
We went for a walk.
Big walks. Yeah.
Just did big walks.
Chatting and like, but I think the ultimate thing is, and it might change as time progresses. I see myself in this career for a while, but the ultimate goal, no matter what, is like just a desire to serve people and help people. Yeah. And that's pretty much how I got into it. Yeah.
It's cool, eh? I know like a lot of people would look at us and be like, why would you feel the need to serve people? And like, you're going out of your way for this, like, to do it. But I don't know. I feel like there's just nothing else that compares to that sort of like, care and love,
Yeah.
Like, you can love yourself 100%. Like, we can't love out of emptiness. But when you care for someone, it's like so different.
Yeah, it's rewarding, and there's a significant difference between caring for someone and being a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Significant difference.
Yeah.
I'm not a people pleaser at all. Like, you text me and I don't want to text you back, I'm not texting you back.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But I care for people, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. Like, I want to care for people, and I want to help people achieve their goals, and that makes me feel so fulfilled. Like,
100%.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good career. So,
yeah. I feel like everyone says that, like, our industry is very like relatable to like therapy. Like, there's a lot of guys that come into the shop. Like, you're so right, because we do take on a lot.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, most of the time, I think you were there a few years ago, or maybe last year.
Yeah, we had a conversation.
We had a conversation where I had a few weeks where I just had so much that was going on.
Yeah, for sure.
I just didn't know how to register it. You know? I've never had that before. I've never, and it was lucky that like I had you to you know, talk through it and just us hanging out. I think sometimes
it's important, man. Like I think if you genuinely care about someone, then at times you're gonna like, as a therapist, I'm not a robot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I sit through a client that's telling me about DV or something like that. Like it impacts me because I'm a human being, right?
Yeah,
and so it's like, what do you do with that instead of just bottling it up? And sometimes, you know, like we were talking about, it's like I don't know what to do with it. I feel ill-equipped. Like
100%.
I'm super passionate about this in the church.
Yeah,
like, bro, pastors are taking on so much. Majority of those dudes aren't trained to like, what do I do with this stuff? Yeah. And I'm so passionate. True. Like we see things in the news all the time about pastors breaking down or making mistakes and stuff like that. It makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
I understand why these people are doing this because they're not trained, nor are they equipped or like given the tools to be able to.
That's so true.
Just the pastor, it's like, oh, he's a pastor, I'm going to tell him all my problems. So I'm pretty passionate about that.
That's a crazy thought, eh?
Yeah.
Because like we've come from churches and like, you know, backgrounds where things have always happened in like our churches and stuff. And it like, I don't know, I don't get numb to it. Like, you know, like Chaise always asks me like, oh, how do you feel? Or people always ask me, oh, how do you feel with that stuff that happened at your church or like this and that? And I'm just like, man, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like they probably just need help.
100%.
Like, you know, like everyone needs help. Like what they did, I know they represent people and stuff, but we're forgetting that they're people too. And just like, you know, just, I don't know, like you don't turn a blind eye.
Nah.
That's definitely.
I think that's the thing, right? It's like, you know, as a therapist, I've, you know, come across tricky situations before. I don't condone the situation. I don't condone your actions. I'm not justifying your actions. But what I'm here to do is this. Let's work out why this happened. And if you truly want to, let's work on how we can change so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
But in all of that, you'll receive love and care.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that what you did was acceptable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel like because that's just like our duty as friends and as communities. Yeah. Is that we are able to hold people accountable. Yeah. And if you can't hold someone accountable, then you should really, or I feel like, you should really look at whether that relationship is strong enough to hold that person accountable.
True,
you know?
True.
Like sometimes, like, you know, I would be like, oh, like you can hold me accountable. Like someone else can hold me, like, you know, Rick and Ems and Al's, like all of our good friends. But then I look at some other people that are in our outer circle and I'm like, you can't hold me accountable.
Nah, yeah. Because you know who's in, like.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and I think it's good. Like, I think that's, like, you know, that's good friendship. When you have those people, if you don't have those people in your life, I would encourage people to find those people, right?
100%.
And sometimes that is a therapist, right? Because you don't have the circles, you don't have the friends. And with a good therapist relationship, like we have a therapist and she'll pull me up on stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, fair. Appreciate that you pulled me up on that. Like,
100%.
It's just important, I think, if you want to grow. Like, if you don't want to grow, that's a different conversation.
If you don't want to grow,
you do you, bro.
You do you, B.
Or
let's go.
But yeah, cool. So that's a bit of more of our like origin story. I think that's pretty.
That's a little bit more about us, especially for our viewers out there.
Yeah.
Also, like, I know a lot of people will relate to us in terms of like, you know, I grew up with a lot of people that would be listening to us. I walk the same streets as them. Like, you know, 100%. We grew up in the same country. We have the same attributes and behaviors that we would all have. And this is just taking that and putting it into conversation with someone who might have the similar experience.
Yeah. And also just an opportunity for people to be nosy, right? I reckon there's people back home that were just like, oh, what's this guy up to?
Yeah, 100%.
Since he left the UK, I've never seen him again. Like, what's he up to?
That's, you know, it's funny. I spoke to my parents, like, you know, the other week, and I hesitated to tell them that we're doing a podcast.
True.
Yeah, because I don't know if my mom and dad will understand.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
okay.
like I'm waiting for us to, like, I'm just waiting for them to see episode 1.
Drop the app.
Drop the app or like drop the next app. Like, obviously, hopefully they've seen episode 1.
Yeah.
If they haven't, Mom, Dad, like and subscribe, please.
Give us 2 more
But yeah,
subscribers.
like, you know, I feel like, yeah, people just like gonna have a little nose.
Yeah, see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's fun. All right, cool. So we did this in episode 1.
Yep.
Gratitude moment. Just something that we're grateful for. Yeah. Have you got something that you're grateful for this week?
Yes. This week, every week.
Yo.
I
know what you're going to say, bro. I know
every week.
You're going to deposit those coins into the brownie jar. Come on.
Man's going to do what man's going to do. I'm so grateful for my wife. Yeah.
That's my wife.
That's my wife.
That's so
I'm
good.
so grateful for her.
Yeah.
She keeps our house in order. She is, she's...
I love that was the first thing.
She keeps her...
You're doing a good job at cleaning the house, Michaela.
She keeps her house in order. She cooks the damn food.
She doesn't chat back to me.
No one...
That's a complete joke.
Yeah. Whoa. Nah, but she has honestly we've been together for almost 10 years and she's had my back.
That's wholesome, man.
step.
Yeah, it's so good
you
to
know,
hear.
she's had my back. Every single decision I make for us and our family, I always consider her.
Yo.
You know?
Yeah.
And like we say, we care for people. Like, you know, and she's one of the most... She's the highest on that list.
Yeah.
You know, she's one of the highest on that list.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm super grateful for her because she keeps me in line as well. She's my leveler.
Yeah, you need that, hey.
Yeah. You need someone that like, and we know, right?
Straight up.
No one knows me like Chaise knows me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Chaise, like she'll see me with my friends and all of them, but she'll be like, I really know you.
Bro, have you ever had that? No, we never.
It's no, you never. Or this guy's gonna go home, bro. Like when I did my hammy the other week.
Yeah.
Like typical wife, like response.
Yeah.
She turns around and she's like, "Oh, you saw that you were losing, so you just pulled your hammy." bro, that's my wife.
Jeez, that's my wife.
That's my wife.
Yeah, I love that. That Holly does that too. It's good.
Yeah.
You need to bring you back down a little bit.
100%. They've seen us through all of our ups and downs.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, mine would be, I reckon, health. You know, like, you take this for granted. I've been thinking about this week. You take for granted when you're healthy. You know, like when you've got a cold or you're sick, you're like, bro, legit, what was it like to not have a cold and not be sick? Because I can't remember what life was like before this.
You know me, what I love when you're sick?
Yeah.
Water.
Water?
Yeah.
You just love water?
Bro, water becomes like Fanta.
True. Well, right. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like you start drinking water and you're just like, oh my gosh, why haven't I been drinking this?
Yeah.
And as soon as you're better, bro, water can get out.
Who needs water? Yeah.
Water, hydrate. What is that?
Ugh. Yeah. So yeah, I reckon health. I'm just like grateful right now. Body feels good.
That's good.
Feel healthy. And yeah, just appreciating that because when I get sick, you just wish you were back in this place. So yeah, that was episode 2.
Nice.
Extended pilot, origin stories, whatever you want to decide. Coming up on episode 3, we have our first guests.
Yep.
S is not plural. Plural is one, right?
Yeah.
So it's not, the opposite's plural. What's the opposite to that?
No, plural is more than one.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
So guests is plural.
Yeah, guests, yeah.
So we got our first guest on the show. We're not going to reveal who they are. We'll wait. But we're going to talk all things... Relationships, man.
Yeah.
It's going to get spicy.
And like you said before, like this isn't relationship advice, but this is relationship insight. You know, it's a little bit of an insight to how we do things or what our outlook is and perspective is.
Our men's perspective on things.
And then we'll also hear from another perspective.
Some different perspectives. But yeah, you're right. Like, it's not relationship advice.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think, my perspective on my marriage, your perspective on your marriage, our guest's perspective on their marriage. We'll just go from there and see what happens. But yeah, that's going to be next week, guys. So as we said at the start, if you are enjoying the episodes, then please drop us a subscribe.
Yep.
Drop us a like. Drop us a comment.
Yep.
Drop us a review. Remember, 5 stars is preferable. If you got something to say, slide into the DMs.
slide it to the DMs. We'll slide it back out.
Yeah. Delete. We won't.
Delete.
No, we'll take all feedback constructively. Delete. But yeah, that was episode 2.
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. See you next time.
Catch ya.